Like this video first, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe right now because you're watching the hottest breaking story only on Jikook Lover. What you're about to hear is not just another celebrity fashion headline. This is not just about an idol walking past cameras. This is about a single moment that made the fashion world hold its breath. One walk, one presence, one silent impact so powerful that whispers began circulating about America's richest company preparing a jaw-dropping offer. But how can a simple walk cause global shockwaves? Before we dive into the heart of this viral storm, take a second to imagine this. No grand runway, no dramatic spotlight choreography, no official Fashion Week announcement. Just a public appearance. Cameras flashing, fans screaming, and then he walks. Calm, controlled, unbothered. The air shifts. The man at the center of this global conversation is Jimin of BTS. But what the world saw that day was not just a K-pop idol. It was something else entirely. Something magnetic. Something dangerously elegant. Something that didn't beg for attention, yet commanded all of it. The clip spread across social media within minutes. Fashion editors in New York reposted it. Stylists in Paris analyzed it frame by frame. Creative directors in Milan debated it in private group chats. And strangely enough, they weren't obsessing over the brand of the coat or the cut of the trousers. They were talking about the walk. His shoulders carried quiet authority. His pace wasn't rushed, wasn't slow, it was deliberate. His gaze didn't scan the crowd for approval. It moved forward, as if he already owned the space. In an industry where posture can define power, this wasn't just posture. It was narrative. A silent story told in seconds. Why did it feel different this time? Jimin has long been associated with luxury houses and global campaigns. He is no stranger to front rows, brand deals, and high-profile appearances. But this moment felt unscripted, organic, raw. And perhaps that's exactly why it hit harder than any planned runway debut ever could. Within 48 hours, rumors began to circulate. Industry insiders whispered that one of America's most powerful and wealthiest corporations had reached out immediately after the clip went viral. Not for a standard ambassador contract, not for a seasonal campaign, but for something far bigger, something long-term, something exclusive. The numbers being speculated? Astronomical. Of course, nothing has been officially confirmed. No press releases, no public statements, just silence. And in the corporate world, silence often means negotiation. Market analysts noticed something else. Search trends for Jimin skyrocketed. Engagement rates on luxury fashion posts featuring him surged dramatically. Even brands he casually wore in past appearances experienced renewed spikes in visibility. Digital exposure estimates reportedly climbed into the millions within days. And in a data-driven industry, that kind of organic impact is gold. But is this purely fandom power? Skeptics argue that global fan bases can amplify anything. That virality is manufactured by devotion. Yet that explanation feels incomplete, because the reactions weren't limited to fans. Professional models commented. Renowned photographers praised his composure. Veteran fashion critics use words like rare, instinctive, and effortless dominance. In today's fashion landscape, authenticity is currency. Younger audiences crave moments that don't look rehearsed. They respond to energy, not just aesthetics. And what Jimin delivered in that brief walk was energy, controlled, refined, and undeniably influential. There's also a broader shift happening globally. The walls between music and fashion are dissolving. Idols are no longer just performers. They are brand architects, cultural bridges, and aesthetic leaders. Jimin stands precisely at that intersection. His ability to balance softness with strength, delicacy with power, gives him a fluid presence that transcends traditional masculine fashion codes. And that fluidity is marketable. Extremely marketable. If America's richest company truly made an offer, it signals more than admiration. It signals strategy. It suggests an awareness that cultural influence is no longer geographically centered. The future of luxury growth lies in global connectivity. Asia is not just a market, it is a driver. And Jimin may represent that shift more clearly than anyone else. Some insiders speculate that the rumored deal could involve more than campaigns. Perhaps a co-designed collection. Perhaps creative direction input. Perhaps an unprecedented role that blends ambassador and collaborator. If true, This would mark one of the boldest cross-industry partnerships between a Western corporate giant and a Korean pop icon. Fans are divided. Pride clashes with concern. Excitement meets anxiety, because with greater influence comes greater scrutiny. The higher the pedestal, the harsher the spotlight. Yet one undeniable truth remains. The world is watching. Every public appearance now carries amplified meaning. Every outfit becomes symbolic. Every step feels strategic, even when it isn't. And maybe that's the real story here. Not just the walk itself, but what it represents. A shift in global power dynamics within fashion. A redefinition of who leads trends and who follows. Was this moment carefully calculated brilliance? Or was it simply the natural evolution of an artist who has mastered presence? If the rumored contract becomes official, could this redefine the hierarchy of global brand ambassadors forever? Could it ignite competition among Western luxury giants desperate to secure the next cultural icon? Or is there something even bigger unfolding behind closed doors that we haven't seen yet? And here's the question shaking fandoms and industry insiders alike. Was this just a walk that went viral? Or was it the first step toward Jimin quietly becoming one of the most powerful fashion forces of this generation? Because what makes this story even more intriguing is the timing. The global fashion industry is at a crossroads. Traditional luxury houses are fighting to stay relevant in a digital-first era where attention spans are short and authenticity cannot be faked. Campaigns cost millions, yet sometimes fail to create even a fraction of the impact generated by a single unscripted moment. And then comes Jimin. No dramatic announcement, no official runway debut, just a walk that felt cinematic without trying. Executives study numbers. Investors study influence. And influence today is measured not only in sales, but in cultural shift. When Jimin moves, conversations move with him. When he wears something, it trends. When he appears, engagement spikes. That kind of organic authority cannot be manufactured overnight. It is built over years of artistry, discipline, and an almost instinctive understanding of performance, even in silence. There is also the psychological factor. Confidence that is loud can feel forced. Confidence that is quiet feels powerful. Jimin's walk carried that quiet power. It didn't demand validation, it assumed it. And in the high-stakes world of branding, assumption of power is often more persuasive than overt dominance. Behind closed doors, boardrooms may already be calculating long-term strategy. Could aligning with Jimin secure a deeper foothold in Asian markets? Could it modernize a legacy brand's image overnight? Could it position a corporation not just as wealthy, but culturally aware? The silence from official sources only intensifies speculation. Because if nothing significant were happening, wouldn't someone deny it by now? So the question grows louder with every passing day. Was this viral moment accidental, or the beginning of a carefully unfolding global takeover led by a man who barely needed to say a word?